Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is VANO. So today on DudeGlam, I'm coming at you with an Ursula-inspired makeup glam just in time for Halloween. I'm doing this on my best friend Candice. I cannot wait to show you all the amazing transformation we did. She's like Ursula in the flesh in like the most glamorous way possible. So I'm so excited for you all to see this transformation. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I love having everyone on here and following the DudeGlam journey, and give this video a big thumbs up and hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see me transform my best friend Candice into Ursula, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so here we go. I'm going to transform this amazing, lovely lady, who's giving you a bit of voguing right now, into Ursula. So I'm first going to start off by priming her face with the H2 Rose Hydrating Face Mist from Korres. I'm obsessed with the entire Korres line, like they're just amazing. After that, I'm going to pick up the No Pore Bloom Primer. This is a tried and true, and Candice definitely has dry skin, so adding these two primers before I put any foundation or anything else on really helps just moisturize and hydrate her skin. Then I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is their orange color corrector. I'm just going to color correct right underneath her eyes where there's a little bit of darkness there, and then I'm going to go in after that with my e.l.f. Beauty Sponge just to blend all of that out. Now, the thing I love about the LA Girl is that it's HD, so anything I put on right now is not going to show on camera. So it's really just going to blur out that under eye as you see later in the video. After that, I'm going to follow up with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Peach, and this is just to emphasize a little bit more of that color correcting because it is a peachier undertone and it mixes really well with her skin. Again, I'm trying to stay more on the hydrating side of things when it comes to her skin because she does have such dry skin, so anything just to keep that moisture locked in is really going to help her in the long run. I've honestly never used the Hydrating Camo Concealer before, like anything in the line, and I gotta say I'm pleasantly surprised with the result. Then I'm going to go back in with that same e.l.f. sponge that I used on her primers, and I'm going to blend all of that concealer out. And you'll notice that I use the same sponge throughout the entire video because as I go through, it's like I'm layering and building into the rest of the face. So I don't want to keep switching it up. After that, I'm going to go into one of my tried and true foundations. This is full coverage. It's the Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Giza. And this is normally a little bit darker than Candice's actual skin tone, but I figured, hey, we'll do more of like, I guess, Ursula on vacation. And then I'm going to go back in with that Korres Rose Mist and blend all of that foundation into her skin. Next, I'm going to take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Light Sand, and I'm going to go back in and start to brighten up those areas again. And something I forgot to mention about the Juvia's Place foundation is that even though it's a full coverage, like ultra full coverage foundation, it acts like skin. So you're getting like beautiful skin in a full coverage foundation. After that, I'm going to set her under eyes quickly with the Fenty Beauty powder in Butter. Again, a tried and true, and I'm going to go very light with the powder on her because I don't want her to get cakey. And you can see that I'm just using a very light hand and taking the excess powder that I have on the brush and kind of setting little other areas of her face, as well as like her smile lines, and then taking it out and feathering the powder throughout the rest of her face. I'm pretty much concentrating this on the T-zone and her under eyes, and anything else I'm going to stay very light-handed with. Next, for her contour and bronzer, I'm going to go with the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer, and this is in the shade 385, and this is just going to warm up her face and bring a little bit of life back to her face again. I really loved how this all blended together, and I mean, I've tried the Juvia's Place and Fenty Beauty before. I love the side eye. I've tried the Fenty and Juvia's Place combo together, and it works like a dream, you guys. So if you're looking for something full coverage, oh, she's loving it. If you're looking for something that is full coverage, but also very wearable and beautiful and skin-like, try that combo. Next, I'm going to go in with the KKW Powder Contour, and this is in Contour 2. This is a staple for me that I love to use as a nose contour because it just adds the perfect amount of shadow. So you'll see I'm starting to carve out her nose and bringing that into her brow as well too. I want to connect all of that, and then using this as well to kind of line her lips. Thank you, Scott Barnes, for this tip. I know he usually does it with creams and then puts the foundation over top. I didn't have the correct shade that I wanted to use in a liquid form to do that, so I just did it with powder. Next, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Contour Kit, and you can see that I have loved this very, very much over the years. I love all four shades in here, and you can really build up a beautiful, warm, contoury, bronzy vibe with the skin on this. Next, to reinforce her cheekbones and her nose, I'm just adding a little bit more of that butter powder. And I have to say, Candice has the most amazing bone structure I've ever seen. After that, I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill Luminous Powder in Carrots, and this is just going to add a healthy kind of glow from within. You know, we are doing Ursula, so I really want her skin to look wet and healthy and hydrated. I just love that dewy look on skin, and I don't think that there is a more appropriate vibe than Ursula to have dewy skin. After that, I'm going to go in with this old Wet n Wild blush that I have, and honestly, it's so old, I don't really know what the name is anymore. This is a silk blush, and I had it in one of my old kits, but it still just adds like an amazing tone to the skin and just brightens everything up. After that, I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Super Frost and Hypothermia, and I have been waiting to do a tutorial where I could use this properly and really just go at it because it has this beautiful purple duochrome shift. And again, Ursula, like, we have to do it. Like, look at that. After that, I'm gonna go in with a brow powder, and I believe this one is from Maybelline, and I really wanted to give her some very kind of like thick, intense, just bold brows. You know, when you think of Ursula, you think bold, you think in your face, and her brows deserved a moment. After that, I'm gonna go back in with one of my e.l.f. Camo Concealers, and I'm just gonna cut the base of the brow just to really kind of make that nice and sharp. For the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Jennifer Lopez and Inglot Shadow, and I don't remember what these are called, but I built this kit in store at Macy's. Unfortunately, it's all sold out, but this is acting as a great base for this kind of plum purple eye that I'm putting on her today. And I really wanna make it smoky and blown out and really have the eyes be a moment. Next, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Cosmetics Misunderstood palette from the Villains collection, and I'm gonna take the shade Sing, which is this beautiful like dark purple duochrome, and I'm gonna place that right on top. And I wish that the camera could pick this up more, but I mean, her eyes just lit up with this kind of like deep purple duochrome watery shift. I mean, it was just gorgeous. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Flotsam, and this is like a pink duochrome shift, and I think it's kind of fitting that these colors just worked so well with the Ursula look from the Misunderstood palette. Now, if you notice, one of her eyes definitely looks a lot more intense than the other, and it's crazy because I applied the same amount of makeup on both eyes, but what was interesting was that as the eyes shifted with the colors on it, it kind of disappeared and then reappeared. So that's why you're seeing that one eye looks more intense than the other, but they actually have the same amount of product on it. Next, to intensify her inner corner and her crease, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this glitter paste by Lemonhead, and it's in the shade Houdini. And of course, Houdini is the perfect word for this because it is, again, something that shifts in the light, so it appears and disappears depending upon which way you move your face. For her highlighter, I'm gonna intensify that with the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb, and if you haven't tried this, then you're definitely missing out. This is like the ultimate wet look when it comes to a highlighter, and it worked perfectly for Ursula. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with that beautiful plum color from the Jennifer Lopez palette and intensify her lower lash line. To smoke that out, I'm gonna take the shade Camo from the House Laboratories Glam Room #1 palette to really get in there and add a little bit more depth and dimension. And then I'm gonna line her lower lash line with the Morphe Black Eyeliner Pencil, and this just gives her a BAM vibe. Then on that same brush that I used to smoke out her lash line, I'm gonna blend all the colors together. I asked Candice to put her mascara on herself, and she used the Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline. Now for the epic Ursula lip. I mean, it's not an Ursula lip without a beautiful red glossy lip. This is from Wet n Wild, and I randomly just picked this up at Rite Aid. It's their High Shine Brilliance lipstick in the shade Crimson Crime, and I mean, it was a crime if I didn't use this on her. I mean, look at how gorgeous that lip color is on her. It brought the whole vibe together, and yes, she does agree. After that, to intensify the lip even more, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Slips lip gloss, and this is in the shade My Cherry Amour, and I literally just globbed that all over her lips. And if you go back and look at the Little Mermaid and see Ursula's lips, she is like not playing around with her lipstick. Like, Ursula knows a good lip. To set the face, I went back in with the H2 Rose Mist again, just to give it one final spritz of hydration. And then I thought, no, I need to intensify the eye just a little bit more. So I went back in with the House Laboratories liquid liner and just added a little bit to the outer part of her eye, just to kind of give it a more flipped up and flare cat eye look, because we all know Ursula, like, she's beat to the gods, and I had to do her justice with that. And there you have it, you guys, my Ursula inspired glam for Halloween. Major shout out to my best friend Candice, who came on and let me paint her face for the gods. I'm so happy I finally got to do this on her. This is something I've been waiting to do for so long, and I'm so happy I finally got to be able to do this and share it with all of you. I'm gonna leave all of Candice's information down below, so go check her out. Definitely go follow her on Instagram. She has some amazing content. And again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DudeGlam videos coming at you real soon. Again, thank you to everyone who comes on here and takes the time to watch these videos and experiences this journey with me through music, art, and fashion. Have an amazing Halloween, you guys, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm so excited to bring you more content. And on that note, I will see you in my next video. All right, bye.